Morning, everybody. Joseph Hennessy. Name of my channel is The Children. We need to fix this place for the children quick style because it's falling apart, but in a good way. It will be rebuilt bigger, stronger, and better. Built back better, not Joe Biden built back better. So I'm trying to find star seeds, empaths, light workers, rainbow warriors. People are just sick and tired of the narrative that's being beat into our heads. So I don't know if it's a fun video or not, but because for me it's real. So I want to ask, has anybody out there ever seen the movie Shazam with Sinbad that came out in the early 1990s? I seen it. And when I found out some information about it, I asked some other people in my age group if they had seen the movie as well, and they had. But if you Google the movie, it doesn't exist. But I saw it, and people I asked saw it, so where'd it go? And the funny thing is, Sinbad said he didn't make it, then he said he did make it, then he said he didn't make it, and he said he did make it. He was on crack. What? You can't make this up. So he said he was on drugs, so he hallucinated it. So that means I hallucinated seeing the movie, but I wasn't smoking crack in the 1990s. So that's called the Mandela effect. And if you know about Nelson Mandela, he was locked up for trying to free his own people from slavery in a black country from white people. And many people thought he had died when he was imprisoned. And many people to this day believe that. Mandela effect is what that is called. So he was released in prison in 1990. And a little fact there, nobody would fly him to the United States for his tour. So Donald Trump sent his private airplane over to pick up Nelson Mandela and his posse and brought him back here for a tour. He did that out of the kindness of his heart. He does a lot of things that people don't know about, but there's no point in him telling anybody that because he just gets beat over the head by the fake news anyway. So that's a Mandela effect. So the funny thing is, I've had two of my own personal Mandela effects, and I can't really verify the first one because my cousin passed away. But the second one involved my brother. And there's a road up by where we live, very steep when we were kids, called Parrot Drive. And the first time I was up there, I crashed. And I'm not sure if I was even there or not, but I remember it happening clear as day. So the second Mandela effect was with my younger brother, where I brought him back to that same street. And the same thing happened with him that happened to me the first time he crashed. And there was a UPS driver driving by who picked him up and took him to the hospital. So after I found out about Mandela effects, I asked my brother, do you remember crashing your bicycle on Parrot Drive? And he looked at me and he said, what are you talking about? But I remember it happened clear as day. So we live in a parallel universe, a matrix, alternate timelines, grids, ley lines. We live in a big shit show. But the Mandela effects, they're all over the place. So some of the things that were Mandela effects when I was a kid was Looney Tunes. It's spelled different today than when I was a kid. Looney Tunes when I was a kid was LooneyToons. They don't spell it like that today. Fruit of the Loom underwear had a cornucopia, a fruit holder, a basket that held the fruit. When I was a kid, it no longer exists. But don't you need a basket to hold the fruit? Hence your underwear. What's it doing? It's holding your fruit. So it's a basket. Mr. Rogers. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. In the neighborhood. When I was a kid, it's a wonderful day in this neighborhood, which means his neighborhood. The is general means everybody's neighborhood. Mr. Rogers was all inclusive, so why would he say this neighborhood? That would just mean his neighborhood. He wanted everybody to be his neighbor in every neighborhood. Mickey Mouse wearing suspenders. Always had suspenders on. They say he very rarely wears suspenders. Oh no. When I was a kid, he always had the suspenders. Oscar Mayer, Bologna. Well, Bologna. That spells Bologna. That's a city in Italy anyway. Oscar Mayer, Meyer. That's how you spell Meyer. Today is Mayer. That's mayor. So that's changed. Monopoly. The man with the top hat had a monocle on when I was a kid. The monocle is no longer there. And if you Google it, they'll say it was never there. Jif peanut butter. It just goes on and on and on and on. The changes made. There's too many people out there who say, well, that's not how I remember things. I remember it different from the way they spell it today. It's called the Mandela effect. Have you ever had one? I know I've had a few. We live in a matrix. Program, a low frequency world. But it's coming to an end because we're going to the fifth dimension. Unconditional love, kindness, compassion. Everybody's well taken care of. All I can ask is for everybody just to have a wee bit of hope, because I know it's coming. And I've always stated this before. If none of this comes to fruition, anything that I'm saying, I'm going to write a hell of a book, a science fiction. But the book's going to be a true story. It's coming. Mandela effects are real. Have you ever had one? Have a great day.